Assalamu alaikum guys. In this lecture we will start with the compressible and incompressible fluids. So let's start with the incompressible fluids. Fluids which shows no change in volume, density and specific weight due to change in pressure applied. So incompressible fluid is that fluid in which there is no change in volume, density and specific weight due to change in pressure. Now, what is the density? Density is actually the ratio of mass per unit volume, and specific weight is actually the ratio of weight per unit volume. Density and specific weight are the same things, but the main difference is that specific weight depends upon mass as well as gravity, force of gravity of any fluid, but density only and only depends on mass. On the other hand, compressible fluid is that fluid which shows change in volume, density and specific weight due to change in pressure applied. Now let's talk about the units of density and specific weight. Density, as we know that the density is the ratio of mass per unit volume, so its unit is kg per meter cube in SI system and slug per feet cube in BG system, which is the British gravitational system, and as it is mass per unit volume, so its unit is gram per centimeter cube in CGS system. CGS system means centigram and second. Centigram and system. So there are three system of units actually. SI system, which is System International System, BG system, which is British gravitational system, and the another is CGS system, which is centigram system. So incompressible fluid is actually that fluid which shows no change in volume, density and specific weight due to change in pressure applied, while compressible fluid is that fluid which shows change in volume, density and specific weight due to change in pressure applied. Density is absolute, means it is constant for any fluid at a given temperature. So, but specific weight is not absolute, means it changes with the force of gravity. While density does not depend on the force of gravity, so it is absolute because it does not depend on the force of gravity, because the force of gravity changes according to the latitude and according to the location of a place. Now let's talk about some properties of fluids. We see in this world that everything is is compressible up to a certain limit. There is no such thing in reality which is incompressible fluid, means everything is compressible up to a certain limit. When pressure is applied, then a thing becomes compressed. And there is nothing in this world which is as a kind of rigid. For incompressible fluid, the change in density with pressure is so small to be neglected. We consider in this world everything is compressible, but there are some fluids which changes a slight change in density, which in which there is a very small change in density when pressure is applied on it. So we neglect that change because the change is so small. Liquids are considered incompressible, yet sound waves travel through them, which is evidence of elasticity of liquids. If we consider liquids as incompressible, so it does not make a sense because sound waves travel through the liquid, and is a proof that liquids are compressible, are slightly compressible. Compressibility of liquids must be considered while solving problems involving water hammer. Water hammer is actually a process in which sound waves are passed through them. But by hammering something, and the sound waves travel through them, we see they. So this is a test of compressibility of liquids. Water is considered to be an incompressible liquid, means it is not compressed. Okay, so it was some discussion about some properties of fluids, and now we let's talk about compressibility. Compressibility is actually the measure of relative volume change of a fluid as a response to a pressure change, or we can say change in volume due to change in pressure, rate of change in volume due to the original volume.